I'd like to start this review by telling you a story. No, not that story. I mean a different story.
I've been listening to my story about a man named Jed.
Just, can you please stop playing theme songs right now? Every time I say, it's every time I say lead up story, isn't it? Gotta reword that somehow. I got it. Tale. Perfect way. A tale. Okay. This is a tale.
Sit right back, then you'll hear a tale.
Stop! Stop playing theme songs! Please! Just stop. Just play the right one, please. I had one set up perfectly for the situation. Play that one, please. Okay. This is a tale.
Disney's Tall Tale, the unbelievable adventures of Coco's...
No playing theme songs or trailers. Play near my God to thee. Play nearer my freaking God to thee. Thank you. This is a tale about the ship of truth, about a young boy and a young girl who fall in love and are torn apart by their social classes, and only at the height of their emotional commitment does the ship meet with disaster. This is the story of Titanic. There. Now was that so hard? Shut up then. Titanic. I'll be reviewing Titanic. Now, before we review Titanic, instead of doing shoutouts, I want to more put my feelings for the next, or whatever, give a special announcement in song right now. Ding dong, Osama's dead. Which Osama? Osama bin Laden. Ding dong, Osama bin Laden's dead. Wake up, you sleepy head, up your eyes, get out of bed. Wake up, Osama bin Laden's dead. Even though this may piss off the Indians or whatever he was, and piss and make them come to our country and attack us because Osama bin Laden's dead. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Still, however, Osama bin Laden's dead. Huzzah! Bye-bye, Osama. Now, you want to bomb World Trade Center? We bomb, kill whatever. You. Okay? So, bye-bye. Rest in hell. Join Adolf Hitler and Saddam Hussein in your little circle of cruelty. Peace out. Bye-bye. Bye. See ya. Yeah. What? Sorry. So yeah, now let's review the movie Titanic. Now Titanic is of course known for being at one point the highest grossing film of all time. And it's basically, I can't describe the plot when I do the whole nostalgia critic thing, but it's basically about a guy named Jack, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and Rose, who played by Kate Winslet. And they fall in love, but are torn apart of their social classes, and only at the height of their most commitment does the ship meet with disaster. That's basically the plot. That really is kind of the plot, so I basically pressed on the plot. So, although I wasn't, there is kind of a little bit of a rivalry. The Billy Zane plays Rose's fiance, who's a little bit of a douche nozzle, and so yeah, she's in love. Oh no, he's in love with her, but she's in love with him. So yeah. So now that that's out of the way, let's get to my review. I will say the thing, I kind of don't really understand why this was the highest grossing movie of all time. I mean, it's a really good movie. I really like this movie, but I really don't understand why it was like the highest grossing film of all time. I mean, if a movie like this were playing nowadays, I think people would like it, but wouldn't really like pay much attention. I mean, maybe because it isn't epic and that it is 3 hours long, but I really don't know why this was the highest grossing film at one point. I mean, I'm not going to question it right now, but honestly, this really is a really good movie. I mean, the cinematography is good, it's really good shot, the direction, the special effects are really good. I like how the movie, even though it's an epic, 3 hours, the story stuff, you don't understand what's going on. No, there really isn't. It really is not too hard to follow. It's like, here's the couple, the romance, and then the Titanic happens. And it really isn't hard to follow. It's kind of gripping about the whole, when the ship is sinking and all the things they have to do. It really is gripping. And one thing that makes this movie really good is the acting. Even if you didn't have the acting in this is so good that even if you didn't have the big special effects, you could get by just the acting. That's how good it is. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, I think nowadays what he got with a lot of these kind of, not really too famous, but like these upcoming pretty boys, I'm going to call them, not that they're probably not good actors, because I really don't see them in the movies they're in, but from what I see, what Leonardo DiCaprio got, what they, from what I see, miss, even though they're good actors, they kind of pose a little bit too much. Like their hair's all good, and they're they probably have that thing where they take off their helmet in some of the movies or something, or like they look all perfect and it's almost like they're posing for a GQ cover. Leo doesn't seem like that at all. Like he's kind of like, okay, I'm hot, but whatever. I'm gonna go out and act, and he really does give a really good performance. And Kate Winslet as well. May I say, thank you MPAA. Thank you for giving a PG-13 movie with nudity in it. I mean, I kind of think it's weird though, but I guess because it's the scene where Jack is drawing her nude, and I guess maybe if it's an artistic way, it's okay. But I think even before they might give movies an R-rating with that painting of nude women in it. I mean, come on. This is a company that, when they were face-to-face with a movie called I Capture the Castle, with just a naked woman in the background, they give it an R-rating. And yet, I don't know. But I'm not going to question anything. Thank you, Kate Winslet, for showing Kate Winslet's tatas. Actually, Kate Winslet is actually a very attractive female. Even now, from what I see her, she actually is pretty attractive. And she gives a good performance. And their romance, I love the romance. I mean, it's really strong. It's sweet, and there's so many quotable lines like I'm king of the world, I'm flying after that scene. There really are some great quotable lines. Of course, the scene, of course, where the ship is sunk, they're on the ocean. The talk between him, Jack, and Rose and the water is sweet about how I'm not gonna die, or whatever. And also, I don't want to give this away too much, but it doesn't end in that technically happy ending. Like, it kind of does, but at the same time, it does. I'm not going to spoil it, because I'm sure there are people out there who haven't heard of the movie, but at the same time, you've heard the ending anyways, because everyone lampoons it and satirizes it and makes fun of it, like Family Guy or whatever, so many times, surprised everyone doesn't know. But I'm sure there are people out there who don't, so just in case you don't, I'm not going to spoil it for you. And I am going to admit, this is a movie that managed to be a little bit teary-eyed. Shut up. I mean, it wasn't even at the scene with the talk between Jack Rose, you know what I mean, if you see the movie. But it's at the very end. Now, actually, this movie, I forgot to say, is actually told in flashbacks with Rose as an old woman looking back at the events. I got to mention that. And there's a scene at the very end. Jack and Rose are together at the very, or at least kind of the very end. I'm not going to say what happens, but just like I said, it's at the very end, not like the end with like the Jack Rose and stuff at the water. I'm talking about like old woman, and then you see, I guess you have like a few more minutes after the old lady, and then we cut back at the very end, the very last scene, to her being young and her being in the palace and seeing Jack. I'm not going to spoil what that was, but that scene, it managed to give me a little too, and I wasn't like sobbing. Like I guess I'm not sure. I think Kleenex made the list of like the top 10 saddest movies, and Titanic was #1. I wouldn't go that far. It's not that sad, but it did manage to give me like maybe a little bit of tears in my eyes. And my sister was over there going at the scene with the water, going, like, tears streaming down her face, and I didn't even cry until the very end. I was like, that was it. That really was it. Well, basically, I might have shed a few, but it wasn't like maybe one or more, but whatever. And I say, my sister's a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. She thinks he's her top celebrity crush right now, which is weird because my story always changes it around. First, it was Corbin Blue. Then it was, I believe, for a while, Nick Jonas. Then it was Taylor Lautner. And now it's Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it's funny. In a year from now, I'm going to mention to her, she'll be like, ugh, I don't like him now. I like this blah blah blah. And it's really like, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, can't quite. And also, apparently, James Cameron, I forgot to mention, director. He made the movie because he was fascinated with shipwrecks, and of course he wanted to make the message of tragedy and how the love story would help out. It really does. I mean, because we've seen so many documentaries and movies about the Titanic and the sinking, and we know. I mean, we don't really get to know quite the people. We spend time with at least two of them, and we're sitting around them. They're interesting characters. I like the fact how Jack's character took trips to the Titanic by a poker game, while Rose she's rich and she just has to win. And I like how I love thinking about the lower class versus the highest class and how they meet, and it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type story, which is coincidentally he was in a version of that, which was really bad. I might talk about that in a review, but whatever. In fact, I might actually do that next week, but whatever. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do next week. Romeo and Juliet, like that next week. But anyway, really good. It's not 4 stars. I'm not jumping onto my seat going, oh, this is a great movie, blah, blah, blah. But it's really good. I give it 3.5 stars. I would say check it out if you like epic movies, like romances. I'd say check this out. Now I want to know what you guys thought. Let me leave a comment down below. 1, have you seen Titanic? 2, did you like Titanic? I'm sure everyone likes Titanic, but if you didn't, that's fine. Number 3, does anyone know a specific reason why this movie was like the top grossing film for a minute? I think it's kind of ironic because the same director made Avatar, and that made like $1 million more than the previous movie. James Cameron, he must be rich. Like, he makes Titanic and Avatar. Like, he makes Titanic, he made like Terminator and stuff, all these movies, but none of them compared to Titanic, which is this big $1 billion worldwide. A couple years later, he reached Avatar, $2 million worldwide. He must be in the bank. Like, he's probably in his condo. I mean, I want to see an episode with him on MTV Cribs. I want to see what his MTV Cribs looks like. I mean, I'm sure, it might be boring, but I don't know. I want to see an episode with him on MTV Cribs. Even if it's not his real house, just show it anyways, because I don't know. But he's got to be rich right now. I mean, of course, I guess he made that movie Sanctum later, which I guess I guess it didn't quite add up to the success of the Avatar and Titanic. But still, once again, back to the movie. Okay, third, is there a specific reason why this movie was the top grossing movie of all time, other than Leonardo DiCaprio? Because I know there are a lot of people out there back then who only went to see a movie just to see a person in there. Other than that, if you can name a reason why people went to see it, or why you would see it, please let me know down below. And 4, what's your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie? For me, well, probably it's this, because I haven't seen too many of his movies except for the one I'll talk about next week. Piece of crap. But I digress. But from here, he's actually pretty good. I want the Basketball Diaries still. I want to see Aviator. Want to see Gilbert Grape, This Boy's Life. He seems like a really good actor. I mean, he made a lot of movies with all of them if not all of them, excuse me, a good chunk of them look pretty damn good. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. See you guys. Bye.